Good morning, Yr2. Welcome to Friday's virtual math lesson, and it is Flashback Friday, so we'll be looking at all our previous learning and applying them into some number sentences and some word problems. So today you will need your home learning book, a pencil, and if you would like the Flashback Friday template, you can download it from the Seesaw activity. So if you need to pause the video to collect any resources, you can do so now. Okay, so today we're really going to strive to use our home learning books or on my whiteboard to really show our working out and our number sentences that we need to do. So for the first question is name the shape. Now you can draw the shape in your books using our ruler. So pause the video now and have a go at drawing a triangle. Super, so here is my triangle. Now remember, when we are looking at shapes, then we really need to look at their properties. So looking at how many sides and how many vertices. Can you remember what a vertices is? A vertices is where two sides meet. So first we're going to count the sides. So you can do this like this, ready? So 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to number mine. So I've got 1, 2, 3. Number your sides on your triangle. Perfect. Then I'm going to count the vertices where the sides meet. So these two sides meet together here. So that's 1 vertex. I've got 2 sides meet together here. So that's 3 vertex. And 2 more sides that meet together here to make 3 vertex. So we know that a shape that has 3 sides and 3 vertex is a triangle. So 1, 2, 3 is a triangle. Well done. Okay, let's have a look at question number 2. Now I can see that question number 2 is a tally chart, so I know we're going to be counting tallies. And remember, when we have a group of tallies together, it represents 5. So the question says, how many points did class 5 have? So I only need to be looking at class 5, so I'm going to underline that there on my tally chart. So I need to have a look at class 5's points, and I can see that they're all in groups of 5, so I can now count in 5. So I've got 5, 10, 15, 20, so their total is 20 points. So class 5 have 20 points. Brilliant. Okay, question number 3. Multiply 5 by 7. So remember, multiply means times by, so I'm going to write it in my number sentence. So 5 times 7 equals something. Now remember, we can do our times tables either way around. So if you find it easy to count in your 5s, then swap your number sentence round and you can work out 7 times 5. So pause the video now and work out your times table. Super. So if you're counting in 7s, you need 5 lots of 7. So I need 7, 14, 21, 28, 35. Or if you're counting in 5s, then you need 7 lots of 5, and counting in 5s, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So our answer is 35. It doesn't matter which way you did it because they both make the same amount. So our answer is 35. Fantastic. Okay, the last one, how much money is there altogether? So question number 4. I've actually got a bonus question after this. So here we've got some coins, and if you look really closely, we've got a silver coin which is worth 10. We've got another silver coin that is a little bit smaller that is worth 5p, and another coin that is worth 2p. So I'm going to count in 10s, 5s and then 2s. So I'm going to draw my coins here to help me. So you can pause the video now and draw your coins too. Super, so I'm going to cross and count in 10s, then I need to add 5 and then I need to add 2. So I've got 10, 20, 30, and now 30 add 5 is 35, add 2 more, 35, 36, 37. So the total is 37, but remember we've got 10p's, 5p's and 2p's, so it's 37p. Brilliant, well done. Okay, the last one that we're going to look at is our clock. So as you can see, the long hand is all the way up to 12, which is o'clock. Show me o'clock. Brilliant. And the little hand is pointing, it's not touching, but it's pointing towards 3. So what time is it for question number 5? Pause the video and write the time on the clock. Fantastic. The time on the clock is 3 o'clock. So we can write this as 3 o and then clock. Brilliant. Well done. Let's have a look at the next set of questions. Super. So let's have a look at question number 1. Now here the question says name the 2D shape. So 2D is a clue, so I know I'm only going to be looking at 2D shapes. So it can't be a shape like a pyramid because a 2D shape is flat and only found on a 3D shape. So see if you can pause the video using a ruler to draw the shape that you can see. Okay, so here is my shape, and to help us figure out what shape it is, we're going to look at the properties of the sides and the vertex really carefully. So we can look at how many, first by counting how many sides it has. So it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to number mine. You can do this too. So pause the video and number the amount of sides your shape. Fabulous. Okay, now we can look at the vertex where 2 sides meet together and count how many vertex it has like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now remember, this shape must be a pentagon. So we remember this by knowing it takes 5 fingers to hold our pen. So that's our little clue to remember that this shape is a pentagon. Well done, Year 2. Okay, let's have a look at question number 2. So here we've got a statistics question. Now it's different to a tally chart, and as you can see we've got circles to represent for our key. So we need to figure out how many films there are on Sunday. So I'm only going to be looking at the Sunday. So the first thing I need to do is to work out how many each circle represents by looking at my key. And if I look at my key, each circle represents 5 films. So each one, there's 1, 2, 3 circles, and each one represents 5 films. So I've drawn my circles and put 5 in each one to help me. So you can pause the video and do that now too. Brilliant. So now I can count in 5. So I've got 5, 10, 15, and I cross them out to make sure I've counted accurately. So I've got 5, 10, 15. So on Sunday they watched 15 films. So the total must be 15. Okay, question number 3. We have 30 divided by 5. So we need to see how many 5s go into 30. So count in 5s and see how many fingers it takes to get to 30. Super! 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So our answer is 30 divided by 5 equals 6. Brilliant. Okay, question number 4. How many 10s are in 42? So I'm just looking at the 10s column. So to make that easy peasy, I'm going to put my 10s on 1s on top of 42. So pause the video now, write 42 and pop your 10s and 1s on top. Super, so now if I just look at my 10s column, it's super easy to see how many 10s are in 42 is just 4. Fantastic, well done Year 2. Okay, the last one, we're going to look at our clock again and have a look at what time it is. Pause the video and see if you can figure out where the long hand is and where the hour hand is pointing. Super, so our long hand, our minute hand here is pointing at 12. We know that when it's at 12 it is o'clock. Say o'clock. Lovely, and our little hand for the hour is almost but not quite touching the number 6. So the time must be 6 o'clock. Well done. So for question number 5 it is 6 o'clock. Fabulous. Let's have a look at our last page of questions. Super, so let's have a look at our last page of Flashback Friday. So this, for question 1, we need to name the 3D shapes. Remember, we're looking at a 3D shape now. That gives us a little bit of a clue. So I'm going to try and draw this shape to help you. So here we can see it's got a flat circular face, which means there must also be one on the base too. So it's got 2 circular flat faces, and then it's got one curved face as well. So pause the video, and what I want you to do is to see if in your home you can find a shape, an object that has 2 flat faces like this, so 1 flat face, 2 flat circular faces, and 1 curved face all the way around. So pause the video now and see if you can find one in your home. Super, have you got one? Fantastic. What shape, 3D shape, are our objects? Fantastic, it is a cylinder. So what you can do is when you upload your Flashback Friday, you can take a picture of your cylinder shape that you found in your home. Okay, so question number 2, we have another statistics question, but this time it's not a tally chart or not a pictogram. And the question says, how many red cars were seen? So I only need to look at the red section. Now here, our data is represented in blocks, so it must be a block diagram. And if I look at the side at the key of number of cars seen, you can see that it counts in 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So each block represents 2. So now I can count in 2s to find the total of the red cars. Ready to count in 2s? So I've got 2, 4, 6, 8. And if I draw a line where my block diagram finishes, you can see that it reaches the number 8. So the amount of red cars is 8 red cars in total. Super duper. Okay, question number 3. Calculate 10 times 8. Now I can do 10 times 8, but 8s are quite tricky to count in, so I can swap it round and also work out 8 times 10. So we'll start with 8 times 10 because that is the easiest. So we need 8 fingers and counting in 10. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. So 8 times 10 equals 80. Should we have a go at counting in 8s? Bit of a challenge. So we've got 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, 56, 64, 72, 80. That was a challenge for year 2. Ooh. Okay, question number 4. Find the sum of 25 and 7. So sum just means the same as total. Find the total of 25 and 7. So we need to do 25 add 7. Now for this, you can do it in your head or you can do 10s and 1s. So we're going to start with doing it in our head and counting on. So I need 25 in my head and 7 fingers. Ready? So 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Fantastic. And I'm going to double check using our 10s and 1s. If I do my 10s and 1s, 25 and 7. So 5 adds 7. So if I do 7 in my head because it's the biggest, add 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I can, for 12, I can put my 2 1s there and exchange my 10. Then I've got 2 10s, add 1 10 is 3 10s, so 32. Perfect, a great way for checking. Okay, last question. I'm going to do question 5 over here because I'm running out of room a little bit. I've got my clock, and as you can see, that our hand is pointing at 12. So I know that the time is going to be o'clock. Pause the video and see if you can figure out the time shown on the clock. Super, so as you can see that our hand is pointing at 12 and we know, oh sorry, the minute hand is pointing at 12 and I know it's o'clock because it's touching right at number 12. then our hand here is pointing at number 7, but notice how it doesn't quite touch. So the time must be 7 o'clock. Fantastic. Well done, you two. You've worked really hard today on our Flashback Fridays. I hope you've had lots of fun. Have a lovely restful weekend, and I'll see you on after the half term to continue our maths.